you know what happens after Bitcoin starts going up parabolically? Well, altcoin season also comes, right? You have mini altcoin seasons first, then you have full-blown altcoin season. So a lot of the altcoins are still down. Like this morning, I was charting like Cardano, XRP, Doge, and so many that are still down 80, 85, 90%. They still have a chance to come back. That's what happened in the last cycle. It could happen this cycle. Bitcoin always leads the way. Then the money flows into alts every single time. Maybe not XRP, but everything else happens every single time. Solana, again, on fire. It's still very hot. It's gaining on Bitcoin. It's gaining on Ethereum. Record-breaking fee revenue right now. And they still may be getting their ETF. We're waiting for that. Even though we've had filings for Litecoin ETF, XRP ETF, no one really wants those. What people really want, what institutions, what they really want is a Solana ETF. So that could also be coming up soon. Solana is doing quite well. Active users and revenue are both exploding. From a chart perspective, a cup and handle pattern, a lot of coins are going through this. Bitcoin's going through this. Potential 2,000% rally, according to this analyst. Price target of $4,500. That's reasonable, I guess. TVL is starting to climb higher towards all-time high. These are all great things. And you got RWA play, tokenizing oil and gas. And you have a new social messaging app that lets you trade with friends called Bags. That's not a bad name. So there are a lot of things going on with Solana. There's a big thing going on. Fetch, Singularity DAO. They've been merging left and right. Now there's a proposal to like, this sounds like they're merging with Injective, but they're not. This is just like a big interoperability play between Fetch and Injective. So this could be pretty darn big too. And then maybe, I don't know, this leads to just a complete merge between Injective and Singularity. That would be absolutely huge because Injective is already so big. And then Fetch is already so big. And then they become even bigger powerhouse. I don't know. I've never seen this before. I've never seen mergers like this before in crypto. And if that happens, it's going to be craziness. But yeah, that's also being discussed right now. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, Injective overall. Injective was once upon a time, last year was the second best performer. This year, up until March, was one of the best performers. Since then, it's cooled off, but they're still in a very good spot. Very good spot. Transactions on the rise. That's usually good. Injective out of Cosmos. Although Cosmos just came out with a pretty damning thing here. We know that a lot of the hacks in crypto allegedly were done by North Koreans. And supposedly the liquid staking aspect of Cosmos has now been found to be developed by these North Korean hackers. So now they're going to remove their liquid staking module because somehow the team didn't know that the Lazarus North Korean team supposedly built it. Yeah. And they're the ones responsible for the 600 million Ronin bridge hack. So now Cosmos is going to remove the liquid staking aspect. I don't know how they wouldn't know who contributed that code. I really don't. But supposedly the FBI is involved, and now they're realizing that they did, and they're going to remove it. And I don't know what that means for the rest of the code. Probably not. Again, I don't know how they contribute or why they contributed if this was like a backdoor somehow, right? So that a lot of people, you know, would stake and then eventually the hackers would just would steal all the staked atom or whatever. Maybe that's the ultimate plan and they just didn't execute it yet or something. I don't actually know. Speaking of Cardano, they have a bridge with Bitcoin using this Bitcoin OS. So now we could bridge Bitcoin to Cardano. I guess that's kind of interesting. I never heard of Bitcoin OS before. Okay, there's that. Yesterday I talked about this. Stripe spends like 1.1 billion to buy a stablecoin bridge. And Bernstein says this is very, very good. It validates the usage of stablecoins. Yeah, I think so. Obviously, when we have like over $100 billion worth of stablecoins, nearing 200 billion stablecoins, I would say that's a pretty serious market. Thor Chain begins rollout of swap provider on Ledger Live. Those of you guys that have Ledger, you use Ledger Live Swap. Now it integrates Thor Chain, so that means there's more options. That's good. And Avalanche releases a Visa card for cryptocurrency payments. Kind of out of nowhere. I don't know why Avalanche needs to come out with a Visa card, but they did. They did. Ripple files appeal on SEC's ruling on XRP institutional sales. So everyone's appealing left and right. So basically, SEC is appealing on some of the things that they lost on. Ripple's appealing on the one thing they lost on. And this is going to be endless battle left and right forever. I guess Ripple, they just don't want to lose. And they have the money to fight forever, so they will continue to do so. Good for them. If they can fight and continue to battle, why not? Just keep going. Just keep going. And then lastly, we have the US government being hacked. So somehow, a hacker hacked the US government's Department of Justice or US Marshals. I don't know who it belongs to. Someone hacked their wallet for $20 million. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I don't even know how they did that. I have no idea how they did that.